You expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
So everyone, this is my friend Harris. May I call you Vinnie, or is it okay for you? Or
Yeah, Vinny is fine.
it's fine. Okay, I thought maybe you preferred Mr. Harris because it sounds pretty chic, you know.
No, Vinny's
So
fine.
you are healthy again because you got over a cold or something.
Well, sinus infection, yeah, but I'm improving. Thank God.
Okay, that's very nice. So I got myself a little beer. So cheers to you, my friend. It's very nice to finally get to meet you in person. We write a lot on Instagram and stuff, and you're always very, very nice and very likable. So, and I've seen some of your comments on A View to a Kill in another one's video. I think it was really 007 or something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, was it the channel? I can't remember what was the channel, but I thought it was
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty nice comment. I really enjoyed it. It was short but very, very likable. And I thought talking about A View to a Kill is important to me because this film is so close to my heart. It's maybe my most watched Bond film of my childhood. And I thought, I need to do a proper video about this because I made the mistake everyone who starts YouTube makes. You make your favorite movie the topic of your very first video, and of course it lacks in quality and it doesn't look good, and it's not so easy to talk in English for me as an Austrian guy. I have to highly concentrate to get it all right. And I thought, now I need to do another video, and I would love to talk about this film with another fan. And then I've watched your comment, and I thought that would be perfect, I guess. So tell me about your Bond fandom. Are you a Roger Moore guy? Is this your favorite Bond, or?
Ooh. Well, personally, my favorite Bond is Connery. I mean, it's a cliche answer, but I've always liked Connery. But I really do like Roger as well. I think growing up, well, catch them on TV and also have them on VHS. Roger was probably one of the most, I think, probably watched along with Sean on VHS. So,
and so, what do you think about A View to a Kill? Tell me about your memories with the film. And
I think I said in the really 007 thing. It's always been one I have always enjoyed it. I mean, I think as I've got older, there's been bits where I can't. Oh, it's a bit dated, but then you could say that about anything really. But then I think it's always been a bit in the middle, or it was originally on it in the middle. Like I enjoyed it, but I was like, I don't know. But as I've got older, I just more think, well, it's fun. It's not meant to be serious. It's it's not trying to be overly serious. It's it's escapism, which is what we need in a Bond film. So it's definitely gone up a lot for me, and the music for me is definitely a highlight.
Yeah, for me too. One thing I thought about the other day when doing my latest video, a lot of people complain about the locations and the action scenes. It's being a little too, it's a little too touristy. They say it's the Eiffel Tower and it's the Golden Gate Bridge, and I rewatched the film a few days ago and I thought, what's not exciting about jumping off of the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, exactly, and hanging off the Golden Gate Bridge. It's like,
what's you know what I mean? So a lot of people complain about this, and I was like, what? I mean, okay, it's touristy, but I think it's a pretty interesting idea to stage an action scene around those touristy places. That's unusual, and it was pretty new at the time.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, I always think if you've got the places to highlight, why not highlight it when you've got this amazing scenery and an iconic landmark? Why not use it to your advantage?
Yeah, and I mean those are beautiful locations. I mean the Eiffel Tower, it's a beautiful thing. And have you ever seen the making of this film, the documentation with Patrick McNee?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Those are the best behind the
Hmm.
scenes, I think, on the DVDs. And I
Yeah.
love when the stuntman, I think it was BJ Worth, if I'm correct, when he was talking about how difficult it was to accomplish this jump because there's not a lot of space to open the parachute.
Hmm.
And he's talking about if you're not doing this at the right moment, at the right second, there's just not enough time. And I guess
Yeah.
you just, crash. And so it's a really impressive stunt, I think. And I mean, have you ever been to San Francisco or Paris?
No, I haven't. They're both places I've always wanted to go. Actually, San Francisco, especially for well, there's a lot in San Francisco, but like the Golden Gate Bridge, and yeah, there's just a lot. It's such an iconic landmark that it just lends itself very well, I think, to cinema. Same with the Eiffel Tower as well. Yeah, I'd love to
Absolutely.
go.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't matter if it was a tourist place because
Hmm.
I when I first visited the Eiffel Tower, I couldn't believe it when you stand right underneath the thing and you look up. You can look up until to the top, and it's very large and impressive, and you know, I- yeah, just an amazing place. So, what do you think about another controversial thing about this film is the Bond girl, Stacey Sutton. A lot of people don't like her, and I'm a big fan of hers. What do you think?
I mean, I I can see what people mean. Like, there are a lot of times where she is depicted as being a damsel, but then people get there are parts where she is quite resourceful, actually. Like, she do, I mean, people like to get on about the fire truck scene, but she's the one that's technically driving the truck. So for most of it,
Oh, I never thought about this.
she
Oh,
she does. I think yeah, for quite a bit of it, she's the one driving it, and she is thrust into a lot of situations that so in a way she just wants a quiet life, but she just constantly thrust into these situations where it calls that she has to take action, and but that I think. I mean, I get what people mean, but in the same breath, it's like, I think people say it more in the context of Roger is obviously significantly older than her,
yeah, yeah, okay,
but
yeah,
like you could say that with plenty of Bonds and Bond girls, though, if you look at the age gap. So,
yeah. I
mhm.
mean, I never thought about her driving the truck. That's
Mm.
okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Um, I think she's one of the most beautiful Bond girls of them all.
Oh, she's beautiful, yeah.
And I always say sometimes that's enough for me. I mean, it may sound a little stupid, but sometimes that's just, she's just glamorous looking. I will never forget the first time she comes out of this helicopter with the
Hmm.
plain white outfit. And I was 4 years old, okay? And I was stunned, just by her presence and her blue eyes and
Yes.
so yeah, I just like her for the visuals, and I don't think she's unlikable or something. And the
Yeah.
interesting thing is, in the German dubbing, she's much more interesting because
Oh.
that's a thing in Germany. We got the dubbing, and we first watched the films not in the original versions, and sometimes the dubbing is very different to the original, and sometimes the film improves even because of the dubbing. That's
Mhm.
interesting. But okay, so
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah.
yeah, you like her or overall?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think as well, people say about the whole, Roger's significantly older, but like I think people forget. Well, it's not obviously as a Bond film, it's not the most nuanced film, but what I mean is you have the bit after he's made dinner where she's sleeping, and when you think of Roger, you think of
Yeah.
him being quite smooth and seductive, and he literally just tucks her in, and it's quite. And then he sits, obviously, asleep with the gun on his gardener in a way, and it's like
Yeah.
it's a sweet little moment, I think.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love the dining scene.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Some people say what do they say? Uncle Roger is cooking, and it's a little ridiculous. I think it's just a cozy scene. I want to be there with them,
Yeah, I think,
eating.
I think as well, it's sort of after you've had the break in at the house, you need something to level it a bit and calm it down a bit.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, Roger Moore always looked at least 15 years younger than he actually was, I think. I mean,
Mm.
I don't think, how old was he? Can you remember?
I think he was late 50s, but
Late.
he always like, he's just a smooth person and just like hair never seemed out of place. He always
Yeah,
looked like impeccably dressed. Uh,
absolutely.
I just loved how Roger as well just never took himself too seriously. And
Yeah,
also, I think as an ambassador for the Bond series as well, he was always happy to talk about Bond. Like, he never tried to distance himself. It was always like he was always happy to
absolutely. Yeah.
relay a story, and he was good at doing it as well.
Absolutely. And never lost his charm.
Hmm.
And also not in real life. Have you ever met him or something?
No, I wish I could have met Roger
Yeah.
Moore, but then I don't know what I'd say. I think I would have been like, I really wouldn't know what
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say.
yeah. No, but yeah, I think he still looked great. He still got his charms, and he was still very likable as Bond. So I get the criticism, but at the same time, I think no, it was just about the right time you know, to bury
Mm.
it, for a last film. What do you think about the villains, Christopher Walken and Grace Jones?
I think it's an inspired pairing, personally. I mean, Christopher Walken's always been an actor I've always admired because I always find he never seems to go for like the just generic roles. He always goes for something interesting or eccentric and different. And I think it just seems like inspired casting as well. And then you've got again Grace Jones, just who, well, what mind you, when you look at her career, she's basically done just about everything there is. Modelled, acted, sang. She's done just about everything, and just
I love her music too. Oh,
yeah, it's just a larger than life persona.
yeah.
It's like I think it just slots in so well, and like you do wonder how much of it is her playing Mayday or vice versa.
Yeah, I never thought about
Because
this.
even like the way she dresses is quite, when I think of Grace Jones, like the really like a lot of eye makeup, the hoods,
Yeah,
she does have an amazing wardrobe, has to be said.
absolutely. I recently watched one of her latest shows, and she's in her 70s, I guess.
Mm,
And the show was it last year or something? It was on YouTube, and it was stunning. She
mm,
did a wardrobe change with every song,
mhm,
and she looked as glamorous as ever. Yeah, of course, a lot older, but still looks good and still glamorous and still very stylish and classy and colorful.
mm,
I was surprised. I thought, let's just watch
mm,
5 minutes of this, and I ended up watching the whole show because it was so charismatic and energetic. So yeah, but I never thought about, what you said. Uh, a lot of it maybe was Grace Jones and not Mayday. So yeah,
yeah.
that's
But I think
yeah,
just as well, not just like the way she looks, but her physicality in the film as well is like the way she moves and various things. Like when she's
hmm
doing, I don't know what you'd call it, but I always call it like the training sequence with Zorin.
hmm
And it's like, yeah, I don't know how many stunt doubles he is, but she's really getting into the scene.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. She's totally in. Yeah, maybe that was just her energy, her nature. That's and Christopher Walken. I mean, yeah, uh, charismatic, just charismatic, and I love how he plays this. Very
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And there's one of my favorite scenes where he shoots about 100 people in the mines.
I do always remember being shocked at that. I think is, but then the bit that always gets me, and I don't get how the film at times is rated so low on certificate in terms of if it's aimed at children or not, is when the KGB agent gets shoved into and basically gets diced, and you're like, ooh, even to this
Yeah,
day, I'm still like, Oh, that's horrible.
That's horrible, yeah. And I
Oh,
remember
see, it
that,
is pretty.
yeah. Absolutely, yeah, because it's such a child-friendly film, but then there's also pretty rough scenes. I mean, the mining scene where he shoots the people
Yeah,
and some guy gets electrocuted and stuff. And but I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know why I'm laughing about it. Yeah, maybe because it's so over the top,
yeah.
so out there. Yeah.
I think it's like Zoran as well. At times, he's very charismatic, and then like the charm starts slipping. Like when he's referred to as,
Hmm.
basically a freak, he goes from really smiling and charming to really serious and quite like.
It's
And
a,
then as the film goes on, he just gets more and more as his plan comes into fruition. He just starts, yeah, just getting more crazy, really.
absolutely, yeah. That's another thing I never thought about. How the masks, yeah. When the film progresses, he gets more serious and more out there, more crazy. And oh yeah, that's about right. I never thought about
And
it's a hmm?
even his, I always think, even the moment of him and Bond fighting right before he dies, he's always he does that like laugh just
Yeah.
before he falls
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
because it's not the big like no, it's like he's sort of just like that crazy and that he's just not really caring a thing at that point.
Yeah. But I love it. But
Yeah.
uh, I think you got great points here. I think as those are you got, yeah, 3 points I never thought about. Tracy
Mm,
driving the fire truck.
mm,
Grace Jones maybe being allowed herself and not so much Mady. And yeah, how Walken progresses from very charming to very, very out there, very insane. That's yeah, I really never thought about. It's very interesting. What do you think about the music? John Barry's.
oh, I love the music.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, John Barry is just a master. There's no other words really. He's just the word legend gets thrown about a lot, but John Barry just is. Yeah, I mean, I can't really. You can't imagine the Bond series without Barry. He's such a like touchstone of it, and just I think there's just so many like really great moments in the score. The one that always really stands out for me is the piece of music, "Wine with Stacy."
Hmm.
It's just such. I like I like when the way Barry weaves the theme song throughout the score.
Yeah, you're just talking, that's exactly how I feel. I love exactly those mellow moments. Those I always call them a little melancholic,
Yeah,
even the main theme, but it's very melancholic and very
hmm
slow and romantic, yeah.
yeah,
And I love this. And like you said, how he weaves it into the film. I'm addicted to this, and I'm listening to the score a lot because it's not always over the top bombastic. It's
mm.
yeah, I love the quieter moments and the more romantic moments, and yeah, I think it's his best work. I always think this along with the Living Daylights. Those are my favorite
Ooh.
scores from John Barry. And what do you think about the Duran Duran song? You like it? Or
Oh, I think it's great. I like how it has that sort of like when you think of a Bond theme, a lot of people think of like traditional. You've got the orchestra, which is obviously a classic, but and then you get to something like Live and Let Die, which is like it's just obviously a Bond theme, but it's quite rocky. I think it's
mm,
like after that it went back to standard, and then like I think with Duran Duran, it feels almost like a sort of more punch of energy. Like it's got
mm,
the orchestra in it, but it's definitely very 80s, but in the best way ever. And
yeah,
like
yeah.
I think it fits so well with the title sequence as well. Like you've got all the like neon paint and all the especially around the women, and you've got like the
Mm,
was it, you got the really bright ribbons as the girls skiing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Beautiful looking, I think. Some say it's trashy or something. How I think it looks beautiful.
Mm.
80s aesthetics are the most interesting. It was a glamorous time, and I think it looks very glamorous. So you
I like the cut into it though. Where you have obviously goes down and then the woman's jacket opens. I just think it's a really cool shot.
That's amazing. That's I love this. This poster worthy. Great poster
Yeah.
material, yeah. So what you don't like about the film? Is there some things you don't like?
Um, I mean, right now, I think sometimes the film can be a bit like it goes from really slapstick to really serious quite quickly at times, and it's sort
Mm.
of like a bit. So it's not really middle ground. Like it knows quite what to do.
Hmm.
Like like you have like the what is it? You have the KGB agent obviously getting chopped to bits, and
Mm.
then you have Bond in the hot tub with Polar Ivanova,
Yeah, yeah,
which is I always think a really funny scene.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, the Tchaikovsky thing and stuff like that. That's
It was way over your head as a
that.
child what she's referring to. And she goes, "You go, oh, got it."
But it got lost in the dubbing. In the German version,
Uh,
you don't get it because some of the jokes they weren't able to translate into German language. So yeah, a lot of things we just never got back in the day until we saw the original. So okay, I think there are some action scenes which are yeah a little stupid. There's this fight scene at Stacy's house, for example. I think that's a lot of old guys fighting Roger Moore and stuff like that, and it looks a little yeah it looks very silly and yeah
mm.
and the fire truck chase feels a lot like some Burt Reynolds film, I think. So, where they did 1 hour car chases and stupid jokes and stuff.
I mean, bits of the I don't mind bits of the fire truck. I like when Stacy just hits the siren and smiles, and then you have um you have that other bit where it what does it do? The ladder knocks. I think it's the top of a caravan
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, you know the movie very well.
Yeah, so you know which bit I mean.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it a lot? You watched it a lot, the film?
Yeah, I think it was one of the ones I remember, and yeah, because it always seems to be on television, and
Okay.
we had it on VHS as well. So sort of, I think most probably watched ones. I think of it were probably well, Goldfinger was definitely watched a lot.
Yeah.
Live and Let Die because it was the first one film I ever saw.
First Bond film you saw? Oh,
Yeah, I was as a kid. Yeah, it was on video, and then obviously View to a Kill and Octopussy probably were the most watched videos we had because we only
oh,
had a few. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you also got the father-son thing? Yeah, a lot of people tell me they're
yeah, I mean, yeah, my dad is a fan, but also two of my late grandfathers were fans. So I think it was sort of like, yeah, it was sort of destiny that I would be a Bond fan because a lot of my family does enjoy Bond. So
and so you got some nostalgic connection to the films?
yeah, because I was like hearing from various grandparents about like them remembering seeing the films in the time, and it was like
Oh, yeah.
it was really interesting. Especially one of my grandfathers telling me like when he first went to watch Doctor No, and it was just a big deal at the time. And
Wow,
it's like that's fantastic. That
that's amazing. They've seen it at the cinema back in the day.
yeah, yeah, I was like, oh, I wish I had a time machine for that.
Wow, that's fascinating. So you heard it firsthand from them.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh god. I mean, you can
Amazing.
see enough documentaries, but you think, yeah, it's not the same thing.
No, no, amazing. And what's your relationship with the franchise right now? It's 2026. I cannot believe it. How do you feel about it right now? Is it just a nostalgic thing, or is it something
Um,
you follow
well,
constantly? Or
well, I do try to keep up to date. I say that, but there are times where I sort of think that's definitely just a rumor. I'm like, I'll take it with a pinch of salt. I'm like, it's not been
yeah,
confirmed. I'll, hold fire on that. There are times where I do feel I'm like, okay, can we just get at least some news or just something, please, just to
Mm-hmm.
keep it going. Because at times I think as Bond fans, it does feel like we're just keeping the franchise spoke about. You know, we're like keeping the keeping the spy end up, as it were.
Yeah, of course. No,
It,
yeah. So you are still into Bond. It's not just a
yes.
childhood thing, and
Oh no, I'm definitely. I mean, I need to watch them actually for Christmas. I got the. It was all of them except No Time to Die. I got them all on Blu-ray, so I need to watch them on Blu-ray. I want to see because I've had my DVD collection for years, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
on a newish TV, it's showing its age a bit, and I'm like, I'll go with the
Okay,
Blu-ray and see. I'm
yeah,
sure it'll look great.
yeah. And you've seen the Blu-rays at this point? Also, you watched the movies?
No, I will though soon.
Oh, it's such an upgrade. You
Yeah,
got the box set, the
yeah,
2012, I think. That's a great. I think they're all of great quality. They all look very beautiful, and I even prefer them to the 4Ks, to the Sean Connery 4Ks right now,
yeah.
and I prefer the Blu-ray collection. I think it looks amazing, and it's still got this. They kept a lot of the grain, and I love it. Okay, so it's still Bond is still something you are into right now. It's because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are, it was just a nice memory from back from the childhood days, and sometimes they rethink the movies, but they are not into Bond, when they grow up. So you still follow the franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Please, if I can fit Bond into a conversation, I will. That's what I always say. Or if
Yeah.
I can link something to link something to Bond, then I will try. Or even like, there have been times, even in round conversation, where I've randomly quoted something really obscure from Bond, and people are like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Nothing." Like one of these days, someone will get some of the things. Like I think that was it recently. Someone asked me, "Oh, how do you want to pay? Card or cash?" And I couldn't help but go, "I prefer cash."
Yeah, that's great.
I couldn't help it, and then it was like no one got it, and I was like, one of these days, someone's going to get it, or they're going to understand what
Some
these references are from.
Yeah, but you're from London, or where do you live? I don't even know.
Oh no, I'm from the northwest of England.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
so
in
sorry. I
London.
don't know.
Oh no, it's all right, don't worry. No, I said no, I'm not in. I've not been to London in a while actually, but yeah, London is like where everything seems to happen. Bond
Yeah,
related,
so
that is.
I thought your chances are pretty big to, getting those quotes recognized.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, someone's gonna get it one of these days.
Very few Bond fans in Austria that I know. Um, so in England, I'm sure it's a different thing. But
Mhm. I think with Bond, but yeah, with Bond being British, we are yeah most of the time pretty. It's like it's a British institution,
yeah,
everyone. I think not just here but around the world. Even if you've never really seen Bond, everyone knows who you're talking about, or if they hear the Bond theme, they know exactly what it's from,
mhm.
which I think says a lot. For a series that's been going so long, it's like, or anyone sees a gun barrel or something, you just know what
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
from. It's so iconic.
It's a
So
national treasure.
that exactly.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, so it was very great to talk with you about A View to a Kill, especially because if you would rank the films, where would it be? Would it be a top 10 film or
Ooh, see, that's the thing with I'm never good at ranking because depending on the day,
yeah, yeah,
it'll
yeah,
change. But
that's
I don't know. It goes up and down in my rankings, but
Oh, you
I
have
say it's
rankings, but you have rankings. Okay.
well, it varies. I've never really wrote it down, but I'd say it's like in the mid tier personally, but that could
Okay,
easily
yeah.
change.
But that's pretty high because most of the people it's at the
Yeah.
bottom of their rankings. So
Mm.
that's great. So it's those 3 points you made to tonight. It's very
Mm-hmm.
very interesting points. I never thought about those. So thank you a lot for those.
So,
Really interesting to think about this, and thank you a lot for talking to me and for my channel. And you're my very first guest. I
um,
I always I'm on my own talking into the camera. So It's the first time discussing this with another fan, and I'm very happy about this. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. It's a privilege. Thank you. I'm always happy to talk about Bond. To be honest, I'll talk about Bond with anyone. That's what I always say. But it's good to do it with someone who's also a fan like yourself.
Yeah, so maybe we should do this for another film somewhere in the future.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
I would love that.
Yes.
So thank you, and very spontaneous thing. So great, very great.
Thank you.
Wishing you nothing but the best.
Same to you. Thank you.